The Teamfight Tactics TFT 14.4 update will officially launch on the live servers. Below are the detailed changes introduced in this new version. 1. Introduction of a new 6-cost champion. 2. Release of new Augment cores. 3. Adjustments to traits and synergies for better balance. 4. Rebalancing of existing champions. 5. Changes to items in TFT 14.4. Let's join TFT Learning to explore the detailed changes in this version. Before we dive in, please support us by subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much. You can purchase 6-cost champions in the shop. However, the probability of 6-cost champions appearing is not based on your level, but rather on the round. In rounds for 2-6, the chance of 6-cost champions appearing in the shop is very low. The probability will gradually increase as the game progresses. However, once you reach level 10, the chance of 6-cost champions appearing will rise significantly. The list of 6-cost champions includes Mel, Warwick, Victor. Mel, Banished Mage. Mel Synergies, Banished Mage. The first time you would be eliminated if Mel has cast 12 times during player combat this game. She saves you and you remain alive. Afterwards, Mel permanently gains 10%. Ability, Conduit of Magic. Dash to a nearby hex, then gain 300 shield and grant the same shield to 2 nearby allies. 50% of the damage blocked by the shields is stored as unstable energy. After dashing, deal 180 magic damage to 3 nearby enemies every third cast. Unleash the unstable energy plus 1390 as magic damage split between the 5 nearest enemies. Recommended items: Gnasher's Tooth, red buff, blue buff. Mel works well with strong tank compositions that deal DPS over time. Mel's abilities will help allies survive longer, while her allies help her stall to accumulate a lot of unstable energy. Warwick, Blood Hunter. Warwick Synergies, Blood Hunter Experiment. Warwick devours enemies that drop below 12% health, healing him for 400 and granting him 50 mana. Ability, Blood Hunt. Passive, while Blood Frenzied move faster, gain 23% on-vamp, 40% attack speed, and deal 470 physical damage each second to target. After killing 5 enemies, become unstoppable and Blood Frenzied for the rest of combat. Active, become Blood Frenzied for 4 seconds. Experiment bonus. On kill, stun enemies adjacent to the dead target for 1 second. Recommended items: Bloodthirster, Titan's Resolve, Quicksilver. Victor, Machine Herald. Victor Synergies, Machine Herald. Victor has a fixed attack speed of 0.55 attacks per second and converts all bonus attack damage, attack speed, and mana into ability power. Instead of mana, Victor gains 1 chaos energy every attack and casts when he has 8. Ability, Chaos Storm. Passive, attacks are replaced with a death ray that deals 70 magic damage and 35 true damage in a 2-hex line. Enemies hit are 30% sundered and shredded for 5 seconds. Active, summon a Chaos Storm that engulfs the battlefield, knocking up all enemies into the air for 2 seconds. At the end of the duration, slam them to the ground, dealing 120 plus 8% of their max health as magic damage. Sunder, reduce armor shred, reduce magic resist. Recommended items: Winsu's Rageblade, Gnasher's Tooth, red buff. Victor passive makes equipping him with items quite challenging. However, overall, Victor needs to survive long enough to cast his abilities and wipe out the enemy with his Gravity Storm. Mage compositions that enhance ability power AP with strong enough tanks are the best fit for Victor. Morgana, damage increased from 500 750ths, 1150% to 500 825ths, 1300%. Powder, healing increased from 160 190ths, 230% to 200 225ths, 250%. Zyra, damage to nearby enemies increased from 80 120 180ths of a percent to 95 140 215%. Draven, attack mechanism adjusted. The next basic attack now throws his axe, dealing damage. Increased damage from 320 for 180ths, 680% to 355 500ths, 700%. Vex, damage increased from 200 330ths, 500% to 220 375ths, 550%. Final damage increased from 110 165ths, 250% to 110 200ths, 275%. Camille, attack damage scaling reduced from 240 300ths to 230 260ths. Magic damage scaling reduced from 45 120ths to 30 for 0.5, 70%. Healing reduced from 40% to 33%. Renata, target damage increased from 280 for hundreds, 650% to 310 for 165ths, 700%. Explosive damage increased from 140 210ths, 325% to 155 225ths, 350%. Tristana, attack speed increased from 0.7 to 0.75. Zeri, damage increased from 190% to 200% across all tiers. Blitzcrank, shield increased from 400 for 175ths, 520% to 475 550ths. Gameblank, damage increased from 315% across all tiers to 340%. Loris, energy reduced from 50 100ths to 50 90ths. Shield increased from 500 750ths, 600% to 525 750ths, 700%. Smeech, AD 68, 100 to 153ths gives 70, 105 158ths. Swain, heal 250%, 300%, 350% gives 240%, 300%, 380%. Heal per second, 75%, 90%, 110% gives 70%, 90%, 125%. Twisted Fate, blue card heal, 80%, 100%, 125% gives 90%, 110%, 140%. Yellow card damage, 210%, 315%, 505% gives 230%, 345%, 535%. Mbessa mana, 40 100ths gives 40 90ths. Fist Slam damage, 450%, 450%, 1000% gives 500%, 500%, 1200%. Corky, AD 63, 95 140 seconds gives 65, 98 146ths. VI, shield, 250%, 300%, 1200% gives 280%, 325%, 1200%. Damage, 550%, 550%, 1100% gives 600%, 600%, 1200%. Row damage, 150%, 150%, 450% gives 180%, 180%, 500%. Caitlyn AD, 80, 120 180ths gives 82, 123 185ths. Damage, 150%, 150%, 750% gives 180%, 180%, 750%. Jace, damage, 450%, 450%, 2000% gives 500%, 500%, 2000%. Bramble Vest, max HP, 5 gives 7%. Ludden's Tempest, AD, 40% gives 45%. AP 40 gives 45. Hand of Justice Omnivamp 15 gives 12%. Silvermere Dawn AR/MR 75 gives 60. Suspicious Trench Coat copies HP 33 gives 30%. As 25% gives 15%. Emissary 1 Garen adjacent allies HP bonus 20 gives 12%. Pitfighter 8 Drew DMG 50 gives 40% HP. 99 gives 80%. Rebel HP threshold 30 gives 25%. 10 trigger interval 8 gives 12 seconds. Academy 5 HP damage amp forgives 5%. 6 HP damage amp 8 gives 9%. Ambusher to crit chance 20 gives 25%. 3 crit chance 30 gives 35%. For crit chance 40 gives 45%. Crit DMG 30 gives 25%. 5 crit DMG 35 gives 25% emblem nerf. Artillerist for AD bonus 40 gives 45%. 6 AD bonus 50 gives 60%. Automata 2 AR/MR 20 gives 25. For damage 350 gives for 150. AR/MR 50 gives 70. 6 damage 800 gives 1200. AR/MR 100 gives 150. Chembaron .3 Shimmer Lose 30 gives 35. For Shimmer Lose 40 gives 45. HP bonus 50 gives 60. 5 Shimmer Lose 50 gives 55. HP bonus 90 gives 110. 6 HP bonus 125 gives 160. 7 HP bonus 180 gives 220. Conqueror 2 AD AP 16 gives 18%. Sorcerer 6 AP bonus 85 gives 95. 8 AP bonus 100 gives 110. 1 contested gold. After each player combat, gain 2 gold for every. To other players who have fielded the leftmost unit on your bench this game. 2 experiment crest gold. Gain an experiment emblem and an ergot. 3 trait betrayal gold. Maddie always targets Ambessa's target with her ability and attacks. Every round where either gets at least 2 kills. Gain a Maddie and Ambessa. 4 experiment crown prismatic. Gain an experiment emblem, a bloodthirster, and an ergot. 5 a change of fate prismatic. Gain a blue buff after starting a round with 60 gold and winning a player combat. Gain a Mel and a Hextech gunblade. Tasks can be completed in any order. 6 glorious evolution prismatic. Gain an adaptive helm after you upgrade 9 champions. Gain a victor and a jeweled gauntlet what you really are prismatic. Gain a bloodthirster after you deal 35 damage to other players. Gain a Warwick and a Sterix gauge. Dumbify new. The dummy gains 250 health per stage. Lone Hero durability 30 gives 35%. Trolling Trundle mana reduce 40 gives 50. Arcane Retribution gain a Vladimir gives Vladimir and Lux. Crimson Pact damage amp 5% gives 7%. Crown Guarded new. The shield lasts 5 seconds longer. Fractured Crystals second blast DMG 50 gives 70%. Gloves off Vander increased damage 75 gives 85%. Golemify new. The golem gains 150 health per stage. Moonlight AD AP bonus 20% gives 25%. Shop Glitch free shop reroll 3 gives to 0.5 seconds. Anger Issues AR/MR 35 gives 45. Calculated Enhancement for random champions bonus. Last row gives last to rows. Quality over quantity. New units holding radiant items gain 12% health. Trait Geniuses. Heimerdinger missile damage 105% gives 120%. Crafted crafting reroll 3 gives 2. Health is wealth I. Gold bonus 10 gives 8. Pumping up I as 8 gives 6%. Recombobulator, transform all units gives 5 units. Support mining plus, die 9/5 times gives 7/4 times. Gain a support anvil gives gain a random support item. Table scraps re-enable, loot, all carousels gives next for carousels. All that shimmers, your max interest is increased to 7. Enforcer crest, gain an enforcer emblem and a loris. Health is wealth 2, gold bonus, 20 gives 15. Malicious monetization. Gold 6 gives to ... pumping up 2. As 10 gives 8%, scavenger. Killing threshold, forgives 5 and exalted adventure. Gain 6 rerolls gives gain a lesser champion duplicator now and at the start of every stage. At what cost? XP gain 8 gives 4. Black Rose Crown re-enable, gain a Morellonomicon and a Cassiopeia gives Spear of Shojin. Enforcer Crown, gain, Loris gives Maddie. Ghost of Friends Past, HP, 12 gives 5. AP, 0.8 gives 1, Prismatic Pipeline. Upgraded Orbs, Gold and Prismatic gives Prismatic. Trifecta 2, HP, for 120 gives 330. As 27 gives 24%. That wraps up today's update. I hope you're excited to try out all the new changes and strategies. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. Best of luck with your gameplay, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and have fun out there.